minstrel man is gay as can be, singing, dancing, and variety. I want to be a minstrel man and sing my song throughout the land. Traveling far, both here and far, I want to be a minstrel man.
Ain't that something?
Mister? What are you looking at, mister?
A few old minstrel men reminiscing, son.
What are minstrel men?
Take a look, son. Take a good look.
Gee.
I'd like to introduce you to Master Billy Crane. Master Billy is a member of the League.
Don't tell me you're one, too.
What's the League?
Just people, son. People who never heard of us minstrel men. Jim, bring Master Billy something from the kitchen while we elucidate him.
Yes, sir, Mr. Green.
What's a minstrel man?
A minstrel man, son, is a man who made everybody happy. Sometimes you got in a little trouble doing it, but not big trouble.
I knew you was gonna take that phone. Why don't you stay out of my kitchen and leave things alone? Stay out the kitchen, I'll do the cooking. Stay out the kitchen, I don't want you looking. Stay out the kitchen while you're wasting and tasting. You peeping and creeping around everywhere. Just stay out the kitchen, no supervising. Stay out the kitchen before I get mad. You're wishing for dishes that I don't prepare. So just stay out of the kitchen, 'cause I'm boss there. You hungry streak-a-lean. In my kitchen you are butting in. I'm getting mighty mean. Boy, you are wearing my patience thin. You think you're sharp and keen, but I'm gonna crown you with a rolling pin. 'Cause I don't like your bossy tone, so leave my work alone. Just stay out the kitchen. I said stay out the kitchen. 'Cause I'm the big boss there. Now, ain't that a pretty little boy? You just get out in the kitchen and get that boy his lemonade. Come with me, honey, and I'll get you a nice big cookie.
No, ma'am. I'm never going to go in your kitchen.
Well, I'll get it for you myself.
it here. What kind of chair is that?
Why, that's an interlocutor's chair.
What's an interlocutor?
Why, an interlocutor is a man with a pleasing voice and magnetic personality. He introduces the acts.
What's the act?
Come on, Benny, strut your stuff.
Well, son, you see, first he put on his blackface. You know, the burnt cork, and then the band would start playing. I tell you what, son, you stay here with Mr. Green and use your imagination. You gotta visualize it, boy. Visualize it. Now, first came the music, like this. Southland, Southland, why are they doing you wrong? It raises my ire when they satire the place where I was born. They say we're corny about a cotton pickin', eating possum and the southern chicken. When the moon's above, it's time for love. We're all from Dixie in the South. They may laugh about a yellow tulip, Kentucky kernels and a tall mint julep. We're in our prime when it's cuddling time. We're all from Dixie in the Southland, Southland.
That's how we did it on the showboat, son.
Gee, that was swell. What's a showboat?
Why, it all started on the Mississippi. To be exact, that's precisely where it did start. Are you with me, son?
Yes, sir.
Well, then visualize it. Visualize it. She was like a queen, stately and majestic.
Get on board, little children, get on board. Little children, get on board. Little children, there's room for many a more. Say, get on board. Little children, get on board. Little children, get on board. Little children, there's room for many a more. The gospel train is coming. I hear it just at hand. I hear them car wheels rumbling and moving through the land. Now get on board. Get on, children, get on board. Get on, children, get on board. Little children, there's room for many a more. I hear the bell and whistle
curve. She's coming round the curve. She's playing all her steaming power and straining every nerve. Now get on, Bo.
Get on, children.
Get on, Bo.
Get on, children.
Get on, Bo.
Little children, there's room for many a more.
The fairest chief and all can go. The rich and poor are there. No second class on board this train. No difference in the fare. Now get on, Bo.
Get on, children.
Get on, Bo.
Get on, children.
Get on, Bo.
Little children, there's room for many a more.
She's nearing now the station. Oh, sinner, don't be vain. But come and get your ticket and be ready for this train. Now get on, Bo.
Get on, children.
Get on, Bo.
Get on, children.
Get on, Bo.
Little children, there's room for many a more.
If any of you brethren see my wife, just tell my wife of me. If she gonna stay there and shout all night, just send me the back door key. She can stay on, Bo.
Get on, children.
Get on, Bo.
Get on, children.
Get on, Bo.
Little children, there's room for many a more.
Now get on, Bo.
Get on, children.
Get on, Bo.
Get on, children.
Get on, Bo.
Little children, there's room for many a more.
Then when she would dock, there was a ready-made audience waiting because they knew all about the teaser.
Make fast that bow line!
Then when you got inside, you saw the show. Then came the magic words. Words, son, that spell heaven to the ears of any minstrel man.
I want to be a minstrel man, with tambourine and songs of man. A minstrel man, as gay as you be, singing, dancing, and variety. I want to be a minstrel man, and sing my song throughout the land. Traveling far, both here and long, I want to be a minstrel man. I want to be a minstrel man, with tambourines and songs of man. A minstrel man, as gay as can be, singing, dancing, and variety. I want to be a minstrel man, and sing my song throughout the land. Traveling far, both here and long, I want to be a minstrel man. I want to be a minstrel man.
Gentlemen, be seated. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting our end men, beginning with Mr. Cotton Watts.
Oh, Mr. Billy, you know I'm crazy about my gal. I love that woman.
Tell me, Cotton, how do you kiss your girl?
Well, first you gotta get a girl. Then you draw her close up to your chest, smooth over with fond caress, put lip to lip and gum to gum, then close your smackers and yum, yum, yum.
You know that I was in the flower shop this morning, and I had the pleasure of meeting the proprietor's two daughters, Rose and Daisy. All their eyes were like violets, and the teeth were like lilies of the valley. And oh, how I longed to kiss their two lips when their father, who was an old century plant, said, "You just like their brother Holly, and hollyhocks everything he gets his hands on." I said, "You lie like old Sim Simpson." And when I said that, he grabbed me by the bachelor's button, hit me over the head with a goldenrod, kicked me in the pansy, and said, "Lie there, you black chrysanthemum, and forget-me-not."
And that was Slim Williams. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing
Chess Davis and Emmett Miller.
Yeah, man.
How you feeling, boy?
Well, I'm a man. I'm a man who was in bad shape.
What's the matter, boy?
Didn't sleep any last night.
Why?
The window shade was up.
Why didn't you reach up and pull it down?
Man, I couldn't reach across the street. But I ain't feeling well. I ain't been feeling well for 17 or 18 days, almost a week. I don't know what's ailing me.
What is the trouble?
You know down in that neighborhood where I live?
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of cats down there, and they congregate in my backyard every night.
Every night.
One place called Lawless, black cat about that long. Got on my back fence last night and just howled and howled all night long. Sure was bad, but I stopped him.
How?
I cut his tail off.
You can't stop a cat from howling about cutting off his teeth.
Stop this one, because I cut it off right behind his ears.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Boyce and Evans. Presenting a study in harmony, the Four Hobnobbers.
Mammy's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mammy's little baby loves shortening bed. Mammy's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mammy's little baby loves shortening bread. The Camptown ladies sing this song. Doo-dah, from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. Oh, them golden slippers, oh, them golden slippers, them golden slippers I'm going to wear, 'cause they look so neat. Oh, them golden slippers, oh, them golden slippers, them golden slippers I'm going to wear to walk the golden street. I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Can't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morn. Can't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn.
And now, giving you noise in tempo, F.B. Miller and Scatman Carruthers.
You the laziest man I ever did see. What's wrong with you now? What's wrong with you?
I'm tired.
Tired nothing. You can do nothing longer than anybody I ever did see.
But I don't feel well.
What's wrong with you?
Seems like every time I start to blow, I get the feeling
I had a feeling like that once. Yeah, you takes a deep breath and then you makes a high note and you feel...
That's it.
Well, what are you doing for it?
Well, I saw myself a music teacher, and he told me that he thought that I should,
Don't do it, you'll bust your jaws. Who was the music teacher what told you that?
Oh, you know the music teacher that teaches music in the town.
Oh, he
where...
ain't no good. No, the music teacher you want is one what leads that band.
I had him, but he couldn't teach me nothing.
No?
Yeah, he's one of them teachers that teach...
I know. But he's got a system there where he makes you play...
Yeah, but that's old-fashioned.
Well, then what you need is a new trombone.
Yeah.
You know one of them that you buys, that you pays...
Got one like it in heart, but I don't like it much.
Well, maybe you ought to be with a new band. Yeah. You ought to be with the band my brother was with when he was traveling out there.
Was he out there?
Sure.
Oh, I thought all the time he was...
He did, but he quit.
Yeah, but what's he doing now?
Oh, he's with another troupe now. They traveling out there in that place.
Is that so?
Yeah, he been...
They got girls with that show, ain't they?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Well, I suppose like all musicians, he's...
No, not him. He gonna get married.
Yeah?
Yeah, he gonna marry the daughter of what used to be...
That's a nice girl. But listen, I heard that one time she...
That was her sister. You see, I'm keeping company with her.
I know you know her.
Sure, I've been going with her ever since the time...
That long?
Sure I have.
You know, the funny thing, I was just talking to her father the other day, and the first thing I know...
That was your fault. Now, what you should have done was...
I did.
See that, boy? That's why I like to talk to you, because me and you can see the degrees of one another.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Ready, boy. Ready, boy.
Come around.
And now it is my pleasure to present that versatile singer of songs, Miss Ellen Sutton.
Brothers and sisters, the time's approaching fast. Brothers and sisters, this day could be the last. Your worldly goods are left behind on your judgment day. Just love and deeds are kept in mind. That's what pays your way. Is your rent paid up in heaven, up in heaven, up in heaven? There's a place up there in heaven for you. Though you haven't got much money, you can go where skies are sunny when your lease on life is through. So beware, have a care. Just be sure your rent is not overdue. Now you'd better warning and get ready for that morning when your lease on life is through. So you'd better start to worry. You may find you're in a hurry when your lease on life is through.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ned Haverly.
I want you to know that I'm a ragged but right. Poor black and living like you people ask why. Porterhouse steak every day for my board. That's more than all you rounders in this town can afford. I'm a mighty good man to have hanging around. I'm tailor-made, I'm not a hand-me-down. I'm a eagle, I'm a mason, I'm a elk, I'm a knight. I'm ragged but right, you hear me talking? I'm ragged but right.
Change.
On Sunday night is my delight and pleasure, don't you see? But all the boys and all the girls that work downtown with me, there's an organ in the parlor to give the house a tone, and you are welcome every evening in Maggie Murphy's home. Take me up along with you, Madonna, do, and let's go away into a latitude about as near as anybody that has ever reached the sky. We'll sail around the lunar planet, making love and hugging every time it's scanning, but nobody in the airplane except the parson, you and I. We will float a little, fly about a little while we rode a little, send a note a little, subsequent to bat through the sky, having lots of fun. We will go up into the sweetest sky blue, and on a sunny we will figure up a two, but on a turning to a terra firma, then a be as one. In Maggie Murphy's home.
That was Billy Green spending an evening in Maggie Murphy's home. And now, two quiet people, Cotton Watts and Chick.
Lady, let that be a lesson to you.
What's the matter with you boys shooting up that man's hen house?
I'll shoot any chicken trying to follow me home.
Well, why don't you get a job and go to work?
You almost had me a job this morning.
Where?
I went down to the post office and asked that man could he let me have one of them jobs as a letter toter.
No, Cotton, you mean a mail carrier.
And the man said before he could give me a situation, he'd have to put me through a simple self-examination.
No, stupid. You mean a civil service examination.
Well, the man carried me in a little room and set me down and started asking me a gang of questions.
Well, what'd he ask you?
First thing the man asked me is, how far is it from the sun to the moon?
He asked you how far it was from the sun to the moon?
Yeah, that's what the man asked me.
Well, what'd you tell him?
I told him if he was going to give me that route, I didn't want the job.
Well, tell me, how would you like to go to work for me?
Yes, ma'am. How much you going to pay me, I hope?
Well, let's see now. I'll pay you all your worth.
No, ma'am. I got to have some money.
You know, Cotton, I'm making a picture called The Lion Tamer.
The Lion Tamer?
Uh-huh.
There ain't but one kind of lion I'll mess with.
What kind's that?
Ooh, that's a dandelion.
Now, all I want you to do is meet me at the zoo in the morning at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, with the rest of the monkeys.
With the rest of the monkeys.
Yeah, I'll bring my grandpa with me.
I want to get a moving picture of you in the lion's cage.
Well, if you ever do get a picture of me in a lion's cage, it'll be moving all right.
Oh, Cotton, the lion can't hurt you.
Can't hurt me. Now, nobody can make me hurt myself.
Why, the lion's tame. He'll eat right off your hand.
Eat off of your hand and off of your leg, too. I know them cats.
Oh, but you don't understand, Cotton. The lion was raised on milk.
Raised on milk? I was, too, but I eat pork chops now.
Why, he can't bite you.
Now, how come he can't bite me?
He hasn't got a tooth in his head.
I know, but he can gum me to death. I don't want him gnawing on me.
Now, all I want to do is snap you as you enter the lion's cage.
You just want to snap me as I enter?
Yes.
Well, you better snap me as I enter, because you will never be able to focus me when I start out, because I'm Alabama bound.
Introducing the Irish thrush, Jimmy O'Brien.
I dream of Jeannie with a light brown hair, born like a zephyr on the summer air. I see her tripping where the bright streams play, happy as the daisies that dance on her way. Many were the wild notes her merry throat would pour, many were the blithe birds that warble them all. I dream of Jeannie with a light brown hair, floating like a zephyr on the soft summer
We will now have the financial report from the mayor himself, Slim Williams.
My friends, it is indeed a financial pleasure to have so many of you resemble here today on this suspicious occasion. Now, we have resembled here to elect a new mayor. But before I proceed any further, I must tell you that the treasurer of our club is missing. Yes, he's gone. He is 5 feet 11 and a half inches tall, and he is $69.80 short. But before we go on any further, we're going to pass up the hat in a few moments to take up that amount. And I do not want any coupons or cough drops put in the hat. Now then, my friends, another thing. On account of the coal company building a high-board fence between the mayor's office and the coal yard, it is now necessary that we buy some coal. Now then, I'm not going to take up much of your time here today. It's only about well, it's only about 3 feet and 6 inches past 9 now. But as I say, we are here to elect a new mayor, and if I am elected your mayor, the first law what I'm going to pass is that all black cats must stay out of the alley. Now then, I have been your public servant here for some time, and all that you folks have given me for my services so far has been nothing but pig feet. Now then, I like those pig feet. I enjoy them, and I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for those many, many fine pig footses. However, here's one thing I want to impress upon your mind, and that is this. If you want me to continue on here as your mayor, I simply got to eat higher up on that hall. And then, of course, my friends, you know that politics is a serious thing to be inveigled in. But after all, politics concern only the two parties, the Republicans and the Democrats. But the question arises as to what is a Democrat. My friends, a Democrat is a man that don't give a darn what happens just as long as it happens to a Republican. Now, vice versa. Now then, where did politics start? It started way back yonder in the times when George Washington Machine crossed the Delaware. And when he got on the other side of the Delaware, who did he see standing over there? Napoleon with his bones apart. And what did they do? They sit right there on the banks of the Delaware, and they sign the Declaration of Indigestion. Now then, my friends, we are here to get the votes, and I want the ladies' votes. Bless the dear ladies. For what could be any sweeter than to have a darling little wife that every morning when you get up to go to your labor, to show you to that front door, put her little arms around your neck and gently and sweetly kiss you goodbye at the front door. And just as soon as you're out of sight, brothers, what will she do? Run right around to the back door and kiss some other man good morning.
Amen, brother.
Oh, amen, me son. I've been at both doors. And now then, want to get your votes, my friends, and I rest my case and leave the matter in the hands of Brother Boone.
Brother Bones. And now presenting Emmett Miller and Chess Davis.
Man, I'm hungry. I want something to eat.
That's all you talk about is something to eat.
Well, that's all I do is talk about it. I don't ever get nothing. When I left my good job on that ministry show, what did you tell me?
What I done told you?
You said, come on, go with me, boy. We gonna have fancy drinks, horses' necks, pussycat's tails, gin frizzle. I ain't drink nothing but water. Drink so much water, my stomach think I'm taking and washing. I'm hungry.
Didn't I tell you I'd stick with you through thick and thin?
Yeah, and the longer you stick, the thinner I get. I'll be so thin after a while, it'll take 9 pussycats to catch a rat in the bosom of my britches. I'm hungry. My stomach hurts.
I know a man would give $1 million for that stomach.
Well, he can have it for a dime. I ain't using it. My stomach hurt me, man.
I know what's the matter with you.
What?
You got a tapeworm.
The what?
A tapeworm.
I had one, but he starved to death.
I took out your chicken dinner last night, didn't I? You insulted me, too, didn't you?
Insulted you how?
Oh, the lady brought the chicken in and laid it on the table, walked down to the head of the table and asked the man, said, where are you from? He said the north.
Yeah.
She gave him the neck of the chicken.
I was looking at her.
Went over to the other side of the table and asked that man where he's from.
Yeah.
He said the east. He got the east wing of the chicken.
I saw the woman.
Then she went on the other side and asked that man where he's from.
Yeah.
He said the west.
And he got the west side of the chicken. I looking right at her.
Then she walked up and asked you where you... And what did you tell that lady?
I told her I was from the south and I didn't want no chicken. That's what I told her. And what did you do?
What I do?
The lady had some coconuts on the table and you asked her to pass you them potatoes what got hairs on them. Man, give me my money.
Give you what money?
Money what you owed me?
How come you figure I'll use the money?
You sold that shoe shine parlor, didn't you?
Yeah.
How much you get for it?
Got $28.
Well, give me my part.
What is your part?
Well, it was 7 of us what owned the place.
That's right.
Make me get 1/7 of 28.
What is 1/7 of 28?
$13.
You got to prove that to me.
I'm a man, what I prove it to you. Lady, will you bring me that blackboard, please, ma'am? Now, the first thing you do when you prove an example is put down the principle, which is 28. No. That's a 2.
What'd you call that?
That's a capital 8. Then you draw your semicolon, and you put your 7 out here.
What's that?
Man, that's a period. That shows you that that's as far as I'm going with that 7. Now, take that 7, it will not go into the 2.
No.
But it will go into the 8 one time if you shove it right hard. That give you 1 level over.
That's right.
7 go into 21 free time. Now give me my money, man. Come on.
You ain't showed me nothing yet, boy.
All right, I'm gonna prove the example to you.
Prove it.
I'm gonna put the 13 back into the 27 time, and then I want my money here.
Yeah.
You know what is that?
Sure, that's a 1.
No.
What is it?
Half of 11. Then you make a capital 3. Put your 7 down there, draw your cocoa, and you multiply. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 and 1 is 8, and that's a 2. Now let me have some, brother.
You know what I'm gonna do, boy?
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna put 13 down 7 times. I'm gonna figure it up. Come to $28, I'm gonna give you your money.
Well, FOB.
What's that?
Figures on the board.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21.
20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20 doggone 8. Man, give me my money.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Elliot Carpenter.
order.
That's right, Coda, now come to order.
Bring in the prisoners.
That's right, bring in the prisoners.
Well, bring in the prisoners.
Oh, that's me. Come on in here, prisoners.
We are gathered here to read the last will and testament of Memphis Bill. We will now hear from the attorney for the defense.
Well, you see, old Bill was a pretty good old boy, but you see, every time he was, Bill, all right, so that's him.
We will now hear from the prosecuting attorney.
All the gang on old Beale Street, each diving, gambling place, are feeling hurt. 6 feet of dirt was dumped in the hero's face. Memphis Bill, the old deadbeat, died broke without a cent. Bragged to the last before he passed, made his will and testament. Oh, Memphis Bill,
Oh, Memphis Bill,
left with no goodwill.
left with no goodwill.
So I had my fill.
So I had my fill.
Oh, Memphis Bill.
Oh, Memphis Bill.
Now his will was read today to friends who were bereft. You know a will's a joke. If you die broke, you can't add up what's left.
That's right, brother.
Versus will read I bequeath, and I also do bequote all my debts, my unpaid bets to my wife or son or both.
You tell him, boy.
Now his car, he gonna leave at the Chris. I mean my new sedan.
Yes.
This is the ride, but he must hide and save from the finance man.
I hear you talking.
Now my friend, old long shot Joe, leave him my best regard. My poker chips, racehorse tips, and a deck of my marked cards.
Do that now.
Oh, Memphis Bill.
Oh, Memphis Bill.
Left with no goodwill.
Left with no goodwill.
So I had my fill.
So I had my fill.
Oh, Memphis Bill.
Something I can do for you, ma'am?
I was just looking for my little... There you are. Excuse me. Billy, why do you do these things? I was next door making a purchase, and all of a sudden I looked down and he was gone. I hope he didn't ask too many questions. He usually does.
We didn't mind his questions, ma'am. We were just explaining to him about minstrel men.
I'm going to be a minstrel man.
What's a minstrel man?
A minstrel man is... Pardon me, Billy. Sit down, man. A minstrel man is one of the greatest purveyors of mirth
in show business. The big parade coming down the main thoroughfare at noon with the band. The band is flying, the drum major's thrown back again.